This podcast is sponsored by Hollywood Casino in Charlestown, West Virginia. March's featured entertainment includes Trey Kennedy on the 15th and Kenny Wayne Shepherd on the 16th. Details and tickets at HollywoodCasinoCharlestown.com. Must be 21 to enter the casino floor and attend a show. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. Two-time Academy Award winner Hilary Swank stars in the new drama film Ordinary Angels, based on an inspiring true story that's now playing in movie theaters. She joined me to discuss the positive reaction from critics and audiences, as well as the 20th anniversary of her Oscar-winning performance in Million Dollar Baby. We even ended by rapid firing about her favorite roles by other Best Actress winners. Hey, Hilary Swank. Hey, thanks for joining us again on WTOP in DC.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We're talking your new movie, Ordinary Angels, which I really enjoyed. I think a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised at how inspired they are. I mean, it was a really enjoyable movie. To me, it sort of reminded me your role a little bit of like an Erin Brockovich. A little, she's feisty, helping this, a sick kid get a liver transplant. But what drew you to the role when you were reading it? The idea to sink into an accent, or what was it?
Oh, no, not the accent, although that was a fun part of it. It was that this person is out there bigger than life, wearing her heart on her sleeve and looking to help others. She's flawed. She's funny. She's just a beautiful human. And there were so many meaningful things in the movie that resonated with me, and it was just a no-brainer to be a part of it.
Yeah, now I gotta know the important question. Did you know the Brooks and Dunn boot scoot and boogie on the bar top dance? Did you know that before you went in?
I did. I write it on the page, and I was like, okay, I'm up for it.
That's great stuff.
Who doesn't like to do a little boot scoot and boogie?
Of course. That was a great throwback when I saw that. And of course, it's a faith-based film, but I just want to comment that, it never comes across preachy. I mean, you have Nancy Travis's character, if there are, religious viewers watching it, they'll relate to that. But I think anyone can relate to it, honestly. Like, what do you think the message is? Sort of, to me, it's sort of like, thoughts and prayers are great and everything, but it almost in the end, it's like we have to actually rally the town and do God's work. It takes a village to actually get and do things. I mean, is that sort of how you sort of viewed it?
Yeah, I mean, I just see it as, look, however you look at faith, and whether it's like doing good for others or a community rallying together or having faith that things will work out. In the end, this is just, it's really, or like just being a good person, and that is a lot about being religious, is just being good and treating your neighbor the way you want to be treated. But in the end, like you said, it's a story that I think resonates with everybody. I mean, we got an A+ score at the theaters, which is so rare, and it's because people, whether you are religious or not, are resonating with the goodness of humankind, and how we've really, I think, got out of touch with that. And how good it feels to be back in touch with that. And you laugh and you cry. And it's just a fun journey. I'm so proud to be a part of this movie, and I love it so much.
Yeah, a lot of movies have sort of gotten out of touch with that. You're right, and yes, there's a place for the the damning critiques of society and exploring the seedy underbelly. Of course, those are great movies too. But it's lovely when you see a movie like this that brings back sort of that like Frank Capra-esque magic. That's
a good way to say it too. Thank you.
Yeah, and remind us. I mean, it's not spoiling. It's sort of in the log line, that a snowstorm is bearing down you. But folks, set your expectations quotations. It's more towards the end, but I want to say, like, if that was written on the page, it would almost be like, oh, that can't be true. You know, it almost seems like too good to be true, but it is. And we won't spoil the exact endings, but like, talk about sort of how the true story behind this thing is almost writes itself.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it's in the end, it's to me, I mean, depending on who you ask, Alan's going to say from a different point of view because he played a different character in the story. But I feel like it's a story about this flawed woman. She's imperfect. She's trying to find her way. And through service to another, she finds her truest purpose. And I mean, isn't that kind of the truth? Like when we get out of our own way and we allow ourselves to like just kind of help somebody else, we feel our deepest sense of meaning in a, I feel like I'm a storyteller, and through being a storyteller, of course I find my deepest sense of purpose. But in the end, when I look at the trajectory of like the choices I've made in my movies, there are so many real life people. I've played so many true stories. And that's because these people are just, to get to walk in their shoes and see through their eyes deepens the way I walk in the world and finding deeper purpose. So it's about a lot about that. It's about being an organ donor. It's about
overcoming alcoholism. There's a lot.
Yes, I was just going to say that, and it's so early for me here, and in the Pacific time, I'm looking for that. But yes, it's about addiction, and it really goes. There's a lot. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of different meanings. It's just beautiful.
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned sort of your career trajectory and your life's journey and stuff. We have to point out that, what is it, 2024 now? So this is the 20th anniversary of your Oscar-winning role in $1 Million Baby. Hard to believe it's been 2 decades, but man, just memories of that role really fast, and especially working for the legendary Clint Eastwood. That's going to be something you'll look back on, like, decades from now, even another 20 years from now, and be like, wow, that was special.
I know. I look at it. I think about that all the time. And yeah, Boys Don't Cry came out in 2000. So it's been crazy that it's been 24 years, and beautiful that it's still talked about in such a meaningful way as well. It kind of feels like it was just yesterday. I feel so honored and so humbled and so blessed to be a part of telling these stories that really resonate over time and stand the test of time, like $1 Million Baby and Freedom Writers and P.S. I Love You, and Freedom Writers is also a true story. So and Amelia Earhart, and it's just so much fun.
And even Insomnia, Christopher Nolan's about to get crowned at the Oppenheimer at the Oscars next week, and you worked with him in an early role too. So many great roles for you. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible.
All right. Well, I know we're tight on time, but yes, you mentioned Boys Don't Cry and $1 Million Babies, the 2 you won. It made you one of the rare 2-time Best Actress winners. So I'd love in the final seconds, if we could, I'm going to toss out other Best Actress winners and just rapid fire your favorite movie that they were in. And we won't do them all, but I'll throw like a handful. Katharine Hepburn, favorite movie.
Oh gosh, you're asking me at 6 a.m. with being up all night with twins.
Are you a Bringing Up Baby, or are you Adam's Rib, or
Bringing Up Baby? Done.
Bringing Up Baby.
Yes.
Ingrid Bergman.
When she played Joan of Arc.
Oh, good one. I would go Notorious or Casablanca, but you can't go wrong. Let's go a little more. Meryl Streep. What's your favorite Meryl Streep?
Sophie's Choice.
Oh, iconic. Jodie Foster.
Taxi Driver.
Oh, an early one. I thought you'd go, Silence of the Lambs. All right, time for one more. Frances McDormand.
Oh my God, it's Fargo.
Can't beat it, right? Marge, pregnant cop. I mean, so
No.
ahead of its time. And that Carter.
Yeah,
Burwell.
I love Frances. I love all of them.
Yeah, I mean thanks for humoring me on that. I know you got to get to the next interview, but I just wanted to remind people the elite class that you're in with these winners. I mean, Betty Davis, Liz Taylor, Sally Field, Jane Fonda. There's not that many, and you're in there. So hey, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Our theme music is Scott Buckley's Clarion. Remember to give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.